Who is more powerful, X-Men or Avengers? You might say that, bro, on both sides there are such characters who can make the fight one-sided at any time. But bro, some such things have come out that make it clear that the X-Men appearing in Avengers Doomsday are very, very powerful. You might say right now that, bro, it wasn't necessary to say very, but bro, the matter is just like that. And it's not just about being powerful. The thing is, the X-Men have done something that might make even the Avengers tremble to do. Do watch the video till the end, because this update will blow your senses away. And somehow it is connected to bringing X-Men movies in Marvel's future. So without any delay, let's get started. So let's start with the first point, the terrifying past of the X-Men. So if you have been following our weekly Super News episodes, you would know about this rumor report. But for those who don't know, I'll mention it again for them. Reports have come from industry insiders that the X-Men's arc in the Marvel Cinematic Multiverse is going to be very old. This will be the universe where the heroes, meaning the X-Men, have endured countless incursions and have survived before. Now, the way they have found to do this is that during an incursion, before your universe is destroyed, the X-Men will destroy the opposing universe itself by destroying its Earth. Now, these two things in themselves make the X-Men so dangerous that my hair stood on end. Along with this, it leaves us with many hints and some questions which we are now going to discuss with you. And trust me, friends, you won't be expecting the angle I am going to tell you. So now we come to our second point, the veterans.
Now, incursions are being shown to us as a very recent phenomenon in Marvel's multiverse, where in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, Reed Richards just told us this term on a surface level, and then it was not dealt with after that. It wasn't even scratched on a surface level in the Loki series, but the X-Men universe and its heroes are going to be proof that incursions, which haven't reached 616 yet, had reached their universe a long time ago, and they have been fighting them ever since. And you might not be able to understand how terrifying this is right now, so let's look at it like this. If we imagine that Steve Rogers staying in the past in Avengers Endgame was the anomaly that created a ripple in the multiverse and triggered the incursions from there, then almost 6 years have passed in the MCU since the events of Endgame. And even if you reluctantly assume that the X-Men had only been dealing with incursions for the past 1 year, these numbers are still very scary, because you don't even have an idea of how rapidly an incursion happens. In the Time Runs Out comics, it was told that exactly 8 hours after the first incursion, the second incursion will happen. And after every incursion, this rate will keep increasing, and the time gap will keep decreasing. Hours will quickly turn into minutes, and then a moment will come when incursions will start happening in rapid succession, meaning one after another. Now, the reason for this happening is that after an incursion, the multiverse shrinks a bit, because of which the universes come closer to each other, and for this reason, the time gap decreases. So this means that the X-Men we are going to see will be so experienced and veteran in dealing with incursions that they would have faced not one, not two, but countless, yes, countless incursions. They would have seen its terrifying sight with their own eyes and then even dealt with it. These X-Men are not going to be an ordinary team. This is going to be the team who have fought continuous, non-stop multiversal wars for years, or let's say months. These are not going to be those everyday sunshine-type heroes. They are going to be battle-hardened and numb. So now we come to our next point. Are these your heroes?
Now I am going to discuss something, hearing which you will start thinking whether the X-Men that are going to be shown are even good people or not. So what happens when an incursion takes place? Now, a very good answer to this question was not just told to us, but also shown in Multiverse of Madness, Sinister Strange's universe. The condition of Sinister Strange's universe was the first reference point of what an incursion looks like. And there we saw that an incursion erodes reality like a plague. It starts destroying everything slowly, and you must have guessed how terrifying its sight is by looking at the skulls lying on the ground. So an incursion is a sight that no human will be able to watch while staying in a sane mind. To endure seeing everything that happens right in front of your eyes, a different kind of numbness is necessary. Only then will you be able to make strategies with a stable mind. Now think about this with the X-Men. The X-Men who have endured countless incursions, how many times would they have witnessed this sight? But did you think that along with seeing this sight, the X-Men will be the very people who will put the life of another universe to death? Where you had seen skulls lying on the streets, the X-Men will somehow become responsible for these skulls. They have found only one way to deal with incursions, and that is to destroy the other universe beforehand. I am not talking about any city takeover or a fight between nations here. Rather, I am talking about a genocide on a multiversal level. And that too not done by mistake, but a fully planned and intentional genocide.
The X-Men in full sane mind will make a plan and slaughter the heroes and Avengers of another universe. And then they will destroy that whole universe right in front of those people. And do you have an idea how much numbness someone needs to have inside them to do this? And how many lives the X-Men must have taken by now? If you hear this number, your mind will be blown. So if we assume that even if only 1% of planets in a universe are inhabited with intelligent life, then the population of one universe will roughly be 70 to 80 septillion. Yes friends, 8 times 10 raised to the power 25, this is just in one universe. And the X-Men would have destroyed who knows how many universes that would be populated. So you can guess the kill count of the X-Men, how much blood is on the hands of these heroes. So the X-Men will be the heroes whose conscience and their ethics would have died a long time ago. Their conscious brain no longer functions on the value of life. It just sees what will be the most favorable and optimal method to survive in the current circumstances, and how many lives will go into executing it. They would have stopped caring about this a long time ago.
But now let's know another deep secret of the X-Men, something that can be a game changer in Doomsday 2. Now, coming to the next point, the trump card. So now your question will be, can the X-Men mutants destroy the entire universe? So the answer to this is very easily. A term is used for the X-Men, Omega level mutant. This is the most powerful level of mutant classification. Below them come alpha level mutants, and among them only there are many such mutants who are enough to get a grip on the whole planet. But talking about Omega level mutants, I will just tell you some names from the surface who have the power to easily destroy planets. Ororo Munroe, meaning storm, along with controlling weather, can even make lightning constructs. Charles Xavier can wipe out the population of the whole planet with his cerebro. Magneto's grip is on magnetism, a planet-level effect of which we saw in X-Men Apocalypse. There is a mutant named Legion who can even wipe out the existence of planets. Hope Summers, along with taking the abilities of other mutants, can also boost the powers of surrounding mutants, and she has also been the host of Phoenix, Scott Summers' distant brother.
Vulcan, along with harnessing every form of energy, can manipulate it. And the mutant's trump card, meaning Jean Grey, meaning in front of the Phoenix Force, even a universe is nothing. Above all this, you aren't forgetting that the most powerful reality manipulators, meaning Wanda Maximoff and Franklin Richards, are also mutants. So the X-Men literally have the capability to come forward one by one and very easily stop back-to-back incursions. And somehow, it also makes sense why the X-Men will be shown so powerful in Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars. Because after the multiverse saga, the mutant saga will begin, where news is coming that the filming of the Mutants movie coming in the MCU will also start by the end of this year. So obviously, by showing the tremendous power of mutants in Marvel's Avengers Doomsday, they can hype people on a very grand level for the mutants in the upcoming movies. Now the X-Men are defending the incursions. That's why they are seen amidst the destruction in their teasers. But for now, you tell me how dangerous a sight it will be for you to see the X-Men stopping the incursions. According to you, will the X-Men unleash their Omega-level mutants back-to-back, or will just 1 or 2 mutants be enough to handle the situation? Let's talk about this in detail in the comments. If you like the video, do like it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys.